Well, this has been one eventful time if you're a gamer. We've had Death Stranding reveal a new trailer and its release date. We've had Phil Spencer write an entire article laying out the groundwork Xbox has for the PC aspect of gaming. All of this information was brought out right before E3, which will surely bring so much information, it will almost be overwhelming to a lot of us. But today I wanted to take all of this information and give a prediction about what I think will be on the Xbox stage come E3. I did a little bit of research and I'm going to go into detail about first-party games that will be there, along with hardware and XCloud and all the services provided through Xbox. There's been a lot of information all over the place and I took the time to bring them all together to give you guys the best possible picture I could think of when it comes to the Xbox conference. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show because it's going to be a pretty fun video and it's going to take some time to get through everything. I mean, of course it's going to take some time to put all this together since Microsoft announced their conference will be 2 hours long. But with that being said, please hit that like button and subscribe button. The support is greatly appreciated. Now, before I get into this, I have to say, this is all opinion and rumors. Everything said here can change. Everything you see on the internet at this point is all best guesswork. So remember that while you watch this video. I'm just doing this because it's what I think is going to happen. Alright, enough of that. Let's talk about this conference. Yesterday, I brought out a video talking about what Phil Spencer said about the PC side of gaming when it involves Xbox as a brand. But Phil didn't stop there. Right after he dropped that article filled with so much information, he decided to tweet about the E3 conference by saying this: "Just finishing our final E3 rehearsal here with the team in Redmond. Feel really good about the briefing, lots to show. We have 14 Xbox Game Studio games in the show this year. More first-party games than we've ever had in the show. Fun time, hashtag Xbox E3. So, with this newfound information of having 14 Game Studio games at the show, we can try to figure out exactly what will be on the show. So I decided to make a list of what I think the 14 games will be shown. Let's start this off right with my favorite franchise of all time, which is of course Gears of War. Gears of War 5, or Gears 5, will be at the show, and we know for a fact there will be a ton of information, and one of the expectations is that the release date will be September 2019. There will be new gameplay details and start to shine some light on exactly what this game will be like. We already know that Gears 5 will be a far more open world game compared to the previous games, taking the franchise in a completely new direction, which a lot of fans believed needed to happen. Which makes me extremely excited to see that they had a lot of faith in the game and the developer to make the game a little more different than what we're used to. Bring something new to the table and let's see what you can do with the franchise and maybe even enhance it. But the Gears franchise doesn't stop there. Microsoft will also show the PC-centric Gears Tactics game that will surely come to the Xbox console at a later date. Now, as everyone knows, if you've kept up with my channel for a little while, I'm extremely excited about this game. I love strategy games and I really enjoyed playing XCOM when it first came out. So to throw that type of gameplay together with my favorite franchise, you'll have a winning recipe in my book. So I'm looking forward to seeing way more details on this, and I believe this game will release around early 2020. At least that's my hope, because I just can't wait to get my hands on it. And finally, the outlier that might be in there is Gears Pop, the hilarious little mobile game focused around making Gears into this small little fun mobile game you can play against other people. Not sure if this is a part of the 14 games that will be shown, but I wanted to talk about this game maybe being on the stage because it was on the stage last year. We might get a little bit more information on this, and hey, whatever, it's a mobile game, it's Gears, I'm probably going to play it and have a good time with it. But after the Gears franchise, I know they will talk about Halo Infinite. Now, Halo has been hinted at for a very long time, and of course last year, Xbox started their conference with the announcement of Halo Infinite, which got fans extremely excited about the title with its old school look and feel. This year, I expect them to show gameplay for the first time. This Halo was a massive project for Microsoft's 343 industry, especially since Halo 5 was met with some criticism on the campaign side. So it seems that Microsoft has given the studio the right amount of time and budget to get the franchise back on track to its glory days. Now, of course, we know that the rumors surrounding the game says that it will have RPG elements attached to it, which again is much needed in a franchise that could use a little evolution. Let's hope 343 is about to take the Halo franchise and make it into the definitive Xbox franchise once more. Because as we know, Halo is Xbox and Xbox is Halo. They're tied together very well. It's the heart and soul of what Xbox was for a very long time. But my next game is Age of Empires, which will most likely be at E3 2019. Now, I'm not sure this game will get a ton of information shown or even gameplay because there's been a lot of rumors suggesting that Relic Entertainment isn't ready to show the game. Yet Microsoft takes this franchise extremely serious and wants it to be shown in the best light. It will be one of the best titles being shown for the Xbox platform, but have it a little more focus on the PC side. I do believe we'll get Age of Empires 2 and 3 definitive editions, which will help build up hype for Age of Empires 4 launching later next year perhaps. Now it's time for new IPs, which will be revealed by a brand new studio that was acquired last year. Ninja Theory will reveal their new game, which is rumored to be called Bleeding Edge. Now, a lot of fans would think this game would be a single-player game, especially since the game is being made by the team that made Hellblade, the award-winning game. But I've heard and thought this for a long time that this game will be a multiplayer-based game. There's been multiple reports suggesting it's a co-op-based single-player game where you go planet to planet fighting a bunch of aliens with big boss battles. Or the other rumor is that it's a For Honor or Absolver type of game where you are put into an arena and you fight other people. Either way, I'm excited to see what Ninja Theory is bringing to the table, and I do have to mention this isn't made by the team that made Hellblade. This is made by the second team that Ninja Theory has. So we shall see what they can bring to the Xbox platform at E3. The next studio has multiple games that might be shown, and that's Rare, who have just released Sea of Thieves last year and have already said they will be at E3 ready to show a bunch of new stuff for the updates coming to the game. So expect to see them on the stage announcing all sorts of cool updates and DLC for Sea of Thieves. But Rare isn't done yet. There's been multiple rumors that they're working on another multiplayer game that's similar to Sea of Thieves, but set in a completely different genre. Now, I know a lot of people were hoping for a Conquer or Banjo-Kazooie, but for me personally, I'm glad they're making a new IP that's similar to Sea of Thieves because I enjoy the open world PvP aspect of the game so much. Either way, having a brand new IP announced by one of Microsoft's biggest developers is already a good time because Sea of Thieves, no matter what people say, has been a huge success for Microsoft and Xbox. It's one of their best franchises out there right now. Next is going to be a smaller title that's Battletoads, which they showed last year. I believe this game will be shown and probably released soon after, maybe sometime this summer, but if it isn't released in summer, then I would say the game will release early next year. But we should see some awesome gameplay and a lot more details on the game as E3 progresses. It's a smaller title, but still a part of the 14 games that will be shown. We'll see what this couch co-op game looks like. I know it's 3-player co-op, and they put out a couple more details about it during E3 last year. We'll probably get some gameplay this time around. Next up is one of the best franchises that Xbox has, and that's Forza. I think we will get updates on both Forza games. First being Forza Horizon 4, which will get a DLC update. If people remember, Forza Horizon 3 had 2 DLCs come out, one of them being about the snowy mountains, and the other being the Hot Wheels DLC, which was a huge hit for them. I enjoyed that Hot Wheels DLC a whole lot, and it would seem that Forza Horizon 4 will have another Hot Wheels type DLC. It won't be Hot Wheels, but it will be another toy franchise, I believe. So if you're a fan of Hot Wheels, then I believe you'll love what Playground Games has to offer with this next one. As for Forza Motorsports, I think they'll announce some new features and DLC for Motorsports 7, but not announce 8 until next year when it launches with the next console. And I believe that Motorsport 8 will start using ray tracing and be one of those graphical showpieces for the next console next generation. But now comes some more information about the new studios Xbox has acquired, and this ties directly into Wasteland 3, which is being made by Exile. This game will be showcased on the Microsoft conference because they're a new studio that joined the Xbox Game Studios. A lot of people don't know much about this game, but it does have a lot of intriguing aspects that gets me excited. This developer is known for having deep RPG elements into their games, so we shall see what they can bring to the table, especially as a new studio, and I feel that Xbox can use their expertise on the RPG side because that's what's been lacking in the first-party games. Next is The Outer Worlds, which is being developed by the newly acquired Obsidian Entertainment. To me, this is one of the best developers to join the Xbox Game Studios. I believe they make some of the best RPG open world games around. They are meticulous in their detail of their open world games and are credited with making maybe the best Fallout game in Fallout New Vegas. So I'm intrigued to see what they can make for Xbox, because that was what sorely is missing, is an open RPG world in the Xbox studios. Now we move on to the big reveal, which will come from Playground Games, where they will reveal Fable 4. As we know, Playground Games has made a whole new team of about 170 plus people working on a so-called secret project. But for over a year now, everyone has suspected that they were working on the next Fable game. For me personally, I believe it will be a reboot on the franchise and set the foundation for a brand new tentpole franchise for the Xbox brand. It's something that's sorely needed for the Xbox brand, a huge open world RPG that people can sink so many hours into. I hope they take the game in a new direction, but keep it similar to what the fans of the franchise love. That's going to be the tricky part. I hope they knock this one out of the park. Now, of course, there will be a Minecraft segment and probably an ID at Xbox segment, but I don't know much about those specific topics, so I decided to just add them at the end and tell you that you'll probably see them on the show. But let's move on to the next thing, which is hardware, where it would seem there's going to be a lot of competition. As we know, Sony revealed a lot of information on the PlayStation 5 the last couple of weeks. But at E3, it will be Microsoft's turn to show what the next generation Xbox consoles will bring. It's been rumored for a long time that there will be 2 consoles launching next year. One being Xbox Lockhart, which will be a cheaper, more affordable console for the casual gamer, and then there will be a premium power console with the Anaconda. These consoles are rumored to launch at the end of next year, 2020. The next Xbox will be back compat with Xbox One and probably every other Xbox generation before it. Expect the software attached to the system to be different, since they've announced Windows Core and a bunch of other APIs made to help developers make Xbox games that much easier. They'll probably mention ray tracing and a bunch of other cool specs. This will be focused on for a little while, considering Sony will show their specs for the PS5 later this year. So Xbox will want to stand out on the biggest stage, showing the most powerful console ever made. Next, they'll go into a lot of detail about Project XCloud. We will probably see XCloud being demoed and played on the stage for the world to see. We may hear about pricing and a lot more details about what the service is going to be like. It will most likely be up to the developers if they want to take advantage of the XCloud service that Microsoft will provide. We already know that Microsoft does all of the heavy lifting in the back end, so it's up to the developers to see if they even want to use the service. I believe they will spend at least 10 minutes on this, maybe more, explaining what it is, especially since they want to combat Google, who's entering the gaming market with Stadia. Now, as for the new studio acquisition, I have to say I'm going to stay silent because there hasn't been any information regarding this for the last month or so, maybe even longer. Now, I know there's been rumors of Relic Entertainment and IO Interactive, Asobo Studio, and even Crytek, but I have to say I don't think they'll add any more this E3. They might save those announcements for XO later this year, much like they did with Obsidian Entertainment and in Exile, where they announced those 2 studios during XO. So maybe keep an eye out for that later this year, but if they announce something at E3, even better for us. But that's pretty much everything I could think of that's regarding first-party games and services being provided by Xbox. Of course, there's going to be third-party games on stage, and I plan to make a video next week talking about what games I most look forward to seeing at E3. But for now, I wanted to get my Xbox E3 prediction video out. Not to mention, speculating and talking about this is all part of the fun during E3. I love talking about this stuff and getting hyped for the conference we all look forward to most, which is Xbox's. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the hype as much as I do. But enough about what I think about all this. Tell me what you guys think about this. Is this going to be enough for you to be excited for the Xbox conference? Are the 2 new titles being announced something you're excited for? Do you think we will see another surprise announcement no one saw coming? Which franchise or game are you hoping shows up? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. Any support helps the channel out more than you know. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my videos. Also, follow me on Twitch. The link will be in the description. If you want to hang out and chat with me, I'm very active with my chat and always playing games. I hope to see you guys there. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.